Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sally Limis. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. A proposed change to the NMI Constitution is debated. Also tonight, Super Typhoon YUTU relief keeps on coming, slowly but surely. And the government ramps up the latest batch of stimulus funding. In sports, one Masters team is overpowering. They even beat the Miners. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
A meal replacement smoothie is a great way to keep your fitness goals on track during the holiday season, and they taste great, fast, and easy. The December smoothie of the month is Minty Java Chocolate Chip, and it's just $5. Check out the Shake Cafe, Gold's Gym, Garapan.
And there you have it, McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. The juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. The tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich, you'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Half a day to the Wami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Wednesday, April 21st, 2021. We have reaction from the community last night as more than 30 citizens appeared in front of the Senate for a public hearing on the proposed changes to Article 12.
Just like to say a little prayer. Terolan, Terosat, Teroput. And this is what my late uncle, former Executive Assistant Rokujo Billy, always used as an opening remark. Respect the skies, respect the ocean, and respect our soil, translating to land.
Two Senate committees held their first public hearing on Saipan since an initiative to change Article 12 was introduced to the public. Currently, it's stated in Article 12 that the acquisition of land within the Commonwealth shall be restricted to persons of Northern Marianas descent. The legislation initiative will remove that and allow landowners to keep, sell, lease, or transfer their properties in the open market and to those who are not NMD. The Senate chamber was filled with community members who shared their thoughts and perspectives of this legislative initiative.
For hundreds of years, we've been oppressed. First, the Spaniards, and then the Germans, and then the Japanese came. Our ancestors were raped and our islands plundered. After the war, we were in limbo and treated like third-class citizens on our own islands. When the commission was formed to determine our future, the United Nations pressed the United States to ensure that we, the people, kept our lands. Our my founding fathers worked diligently to ensure that we kept what little we have. We, in the American Union, have the special gift that others are longing for. So why in the world are we even thinking of throwing it away?
Right now, I feel humiliated to be a Chamorro. I feel humiliated to be a Carolinian. Why? I feel humiliated to stand on this island. I feel humiliated to stand behind this podium and talk to you guys. Because people out there in the world want what we have. They are asking for what we have. Article 12 is something that Hawaiians dream for, something that Native Americans dream for. But what are we doing it? What are we doing for it? We're throwing it away. Why? Because of $1 here, a quick buck there, an investor coming in here, little condominium there, Hoto Street there. Is it worth it? Hell no, not in my opinion. Excuse my Dutch. My opinion, what does it matter, right?
Our blood is in our soil. You know what soil and blood have in common? They are full of water and full of life. Traditionally, land is not even owned by a single person. It's owned by a family. I believe that all of us, NMD, are one family. And as one large family, all NMDs should have to say yes before even one member of the family gets to sell. Opponents of Article 12 might say that the Northern Marianas descendancy should not be a standard to own land. That's where they're wrong. It should be the standard because our soil is in our blood.
I understand the economic aspects and a certain loss of our traditional values because we have sent off our kids to explore the world and not be limited to just the CNMI. The opportunities we have by exploring beyond our island shores have eroded the ties to the lands that our ancestors hold dear. However, we're missing the bigger picture by allowing the modern world to shape and mold our new generation's views. A melancholy blanket is cast over our ancestors' beliefs and values.
And out of more than 30 individuals who opposed the initiative, there were a few who supported it.
And I am in favor of an amendment to Article 12 so that I can fully exercise my real property rights. I support the passage of Senate Legislative Initiative 2201 since it is one mechanism that will allow the CNMI community to finally be able to vote on the matter.
If you have that fear for your own family and your older future descendants, by all means, keep that restriction for you. But please don't tell private landowners what they can and cannot do to their property, especially ones that have had them for generations. And even amongst family members, even if you take triplets, they're going to do different things. There's so many different variables. They're going to have different outcomes. But, again, please respect our right to do as we please and allow the people to vote on it.
Senator Jude Hofschneider, who was the author of the legislative, says this sensitive issue requires the community's involvement.
Hopefully through this platform, the others that are not coming over to or have the opportunity to come here can learn from the issues at hand. But it has nothing to do with why did I bring it up, or to me personally, it's the right time to bring it up and allow our people to air their concerns. And if you see the different demographics of people, and I appreciate that because it's a very sensitive issue, and I know it's bigger than all of us. But at least now, in the first wave of hearing here on Saipan, you see what the turnout is. So I encourage everyone to come out, whether or not you oppose it or you support it. Come out on the next public hearing and let your voices be heard.
FEMA officials predict the housing repair program for the Commonwealth will be completed by 2022. Have a listen. It's been more than 2 years since Super Typhoon YUTU hit the Marianas and damaged homes of many. But with the help of the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the CNMI was able to get back up on its feet and have the people sheltered. FEMA Representative Cheryl Cochran says they hope to have the entire repair housing program completed by next year.
We're showing total project completion or completion of the entire housing program in late 2022. So we're more than almost halfway.
About $279 million is obligated to the CNMI for public assistance and infrastructure projects, and another $260 million for individual assistance.
And 107 homes returned to survivors. 20 of those are brand new construction homes, and 87 are repair properties. We are building 59 homes right now as we speak. The Lieutenant Governor and I have frequently visited some of the sites and seeing the ongoing construction.
Currently, there are 52 homes under construction on Saipan and 6 homes under construction on Tinian. Cochran says they hope to turn over the new home on Tinian sometime this summer.
We shy away from dates because construction, anything can happen, a little bit too much rain or poor weather, or lots of complications there. But we anticipate that home will deliver sometime early summer or early to midsummer.
FEMA recently approved the CNMI of a community disaster loan amounting to $88 million. Cochran says FEMA responded right after the typhoon and will continue to respond when the CNMI needs assistance.
And a lot of times it's easy to think of FEMA right after the disaster, coming in with houses and power and utilities, and we don't really often see the economic devastation that these types of events cause, hence the community disaster loan. So we appreciate your partnership and working with Secretary Adelig and the rest of your team in the GAR to help make this possible, and we know that this is going to help you guys continue recovery and build CNMI back stronger. And we're still going to be here to help you every step of the way.
Could a negative COVID test taken 3 days prior to travel, combined with a high local vaccination, open up tourism in our region? Our Chris Nelson talks tourism with a Hawaii state senator who chairs the Committee on Tourism and Economic Development. Major parts of a Hawaii Safe Travels program are currently being considered in Guam.
It's been over a year since we had tourism in any shape or form. Hotels are shuttered, Managawa is empty, the grotto's closed, restaurant and rental cars dependent now on a trickle of FEMA personnel as the CNMI economic engine has flatlined. What's next for Guam and the CNMI? Could a plan from the 50th state help the territories? State of Hawaii has implemented a safe travels program, and some feel it could be an important model to help local health officials plan for the future of tourism. Hawaii currently has a 10-day quarantine, but it can be waived under certain circumstances, and for almost 2 million people already, it has been. It starts with an online user account that you register with the state of Hawaii prior to travel. All travelers ages 5 and over are required in advance to take a COVID test from a certified laboratory in order to bypass quarantine. Test needs to be taken no more than 72 hours before flight departure time, with results uploaded prior to departure. A QR code is then assigned prior to departure, and this can significantly reduce arrival airport screening. All incoming Trans-Pacific Hawaii travelers receive temperature checks upon arrival. Photos are then temporarily retained for persons with elevated temperatures of over 100.4 degrees. If you arrive in Hawaii without valid proof of a negative COVID-19 test, you are subject to the state of Hawaii's 10-day mandatory self-quarantine requirement, meaning no rental cars, no short-term or vacation rentals, and no leaving your hotel room unless there's an emergency. Former Saipan News anchor Glenn Wakai is a state senator in Hawaii and says so far the program is working.
I think our lockdown back last summer and the required testing has proven to be a smart policy move when we did it, because Hawaii still has the lowest COVID infection rate in America, which is giving confidence to travelers to come here. And we feel that we've kind of turned the corner on tourism. We're out of the doldrums. Spring break was the turning point, and we are close to, between, depending on which day of the week, 50 to 70% of where we were in 2019. And I really would have guessed that figure would have come around summertime, but here we are in April, and the numbers are really good.
Hawaii has seen over 2.3 million travelers since the Safe Travels Hawaii program began in October of 2020. Almost 75% of those travelers were visitors, and because of the program's safety measures, there have been few travel-related COVID-19 cases in the state. Wakai says so far most of that travel has come from North America.
And it's really the U.S. mainland that is filling our hotel rooms. The Japanese, Korean, Chinese market is still dead, and for all intents and purposes, I think will remain dead until after the Olympics. So we're not looking for Asians to fill our hotel rooms until Q3.
Hawaii leaders estimate that the state could reach herd immunity in July of this year, lowering the risk of incoming travelers to residents. Safe Travels program is expected to continue through 2021. Regionally, tourism remains shut down, and with Asia in many cases lagging in vaccinations, it's difficult to forecast exactly when tourism will get going. Guam has announced plans to reopen in May to travelers with a negative test, subject to some local vaccination goals. But if travelers from Asia aren't traveling, it could mean just a trickle. Palau has had mixed results with a tourism bubble implemented with Taiwan.
Coming up, the fire department looks for more people to be in their department. Stay tuned.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
We're in a race whether we know it or not.
If we all get vaccinated, we can end this pandemic together.
And build our new normal.
But first, we have to get to the finish line.
Pinapamalit si Piao.
Let's vaccinate, Sinamay!
Winigi Pechay Pharmacy in Gofadahi, Ihilim Lomu.
Our complete line of pharmaceuticals and lowest prices ensure you get the treatment that you deserve.
Our compassionate, friendly, multilingual staff will take the time to get to know you, explain your medications to you, and answer any questions that you may have.
Ngere eyor sumaye uhalweres ren, kutsu wayor safeye emal ebalisiu klalyamweres.
Inumin ang inyong gamot ayon sa inireseta ng inyong doktor at alinsunod sa bilin ng inyong parmasutiko.
We accept most insurance, but in case you don't have coverage, we offer cost-effective generic drugs.
PHI Pharmacy, your lifelong partner in health. PHI, the pharmacy you can trust.
So what are you going to do this year? At Gold's, a dedicated fitness studio with a cushioned floor is perfect for group exercise. The cardio room features a variety of treadmills, bikes, steppers, and ellipticals. Fitness machines will help you achieve your goals, and the largest free weight area on Saipan gives you comfortable space to work out. Gold's Gym team is ready to help you get to your goals. Try harder. We know you can do it. Green sea turtles and hawksbill turtles call the Mariana Islands home. They're an important part of the marine ecosystem. They are under threat, and they are protected under CNMI law. Keep plastic out of the ocean. Keep vehicles off the beach. Use the Sea Turtle Stranding Hotline if you see poaching activities or if you see a turtle in trouble. Call 287-8537 and save a turtle.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. More than half of CNMI residents have received their stimulus money. Finance Secretary gives us an update on how much more is in the bank. It's been 1 week since the distribution of the third round of economic impact payments. According to Finance Secretary David Atalik, over $60 million has been paid out.
At the moment, we still have around $20 million in the bank for stimulus Part 3, as we want to say, or EIP 3. And so we're not going to request for any drawdowns right now or request for additional funds until our documentations and information with what is due to coming taxpayers based on the 2020 tax returns, then we will make that request.
Atalik states if the CNMI would need more funding for the stimulus checks, they would be able to request it and get the funds in a week.
If we need more funding, we have that part of our implementation and plan and agreement with IRS that we just submit the names and the information, the amounts, and request for a drawdown. And normally that process takes about a week to get those funds into us.
Another part of the implementation plan is sending out stimulus checks by batches for the next several weeks.
Taxpayers still have the opportunity to apply or make sure that their tax returns are in line, and if they're due the first, second, and the third stimulus, we're prepared to batch those out.
One of the common reasons why individuals haven't gotten their stimulus checks yet is because of their 2020 tax forms. Atali reminds the public that taxpayers may receive their stimulus together with the tax return. After losing 9 firefighters, the Sinamay Fire Academy may be opening up a little bit early this year. The Sinamay Department of Fire and Emergency Medical Services will be launching an Emergency Fire Academy soon. It's a long process, but DFEM's Commissioner Dennis Mendiola states they are already working on it.
Currently, the training section and the administration section is working on how soon we can launch this. It's based on suitabilities, based on personnel. If we can get people to pass all the requirements, they still have to go through the NMC and get their basic English 101 certification in order to be a part of this academy. So those are all right now being considered. We're working directly with NMC on how soon we can launch this. We're working directly with our training section on what's the criteria, what's the standards, and how soon we can get this up and running.
In a separate interview with DFEM's Public Information Officer Robert Mojica, the original target date to launch the academy is June 7.
We were supposed to have an academy last year, but due to COVID, it was shut down. We're looking to have the 13th cycle. For Saipan, we're looking to have 36 cadets. Tinian will be 6, Road will be 11, so that brings it up to about 53 cadets. And we're hoping that we can push that as soon as possible, but right now the target date is still June 7.
Mojica states an additional of 53 firefighters will be enough for the department.
It should be enough to cover down, and if anything, we just want to make sure we have enough people. Like, we don't want to have too little people, and then we're going to need more. It's always better to have more than have less.
DFEMS lost 9 firefighters last week, leaving the department with fewer men. DFEMS also assigns 12 employees to the COVID-19 task force.
Right now we have 2 teams that are at Kanoa. We have, I think it's 6 per team. And then we have at Marin Resort, we have the 2 standby medics that are 24 hours. And with Kanoa, it's the same amount, 6 guys, 24 hours. And then they also participate in airport ops. They participate in fifth day testing. If there needs to be a transport of a positive, then they're also the ones that take care of that along with CODA.
The fire department urges those interested to keep up with the job vacancy announcements.
Thank you, Sally. Coming up in the KSPN2 Sports Report, no paddle needed for this guy, this former NMI paddler. He's using his legs to steer.
In entertainment lets you do TV your way with Docomo Pacific D TV Plus. Watch your favorite live and local channels, stream movies and shows on TV, on your phone, and on your tablet, right from your Docomo Pacific Wi-Fi. No more wires, no more cable boxes, now with the best price. Do TV your way with Docomo Pacific D TV Plus.
We're in a race whether we know it or not.
If we all get vaccinated, we can end this pandemic together.
And build our new normal.
But first, we have to get to the finish line.
Pinapamalit si Piao.
Let's vaccinate, CMI!
Buy one, get one free for the off-road adventure at Mariana's Trekking. Come ride our side-by-sides at our best price ever and experience a great 90-minute trail ride. Rain or shine, hopefully rain. Book now at Mariana's Trekking. Saturdays and Sundays by reservation. Call 323-8735 or book at marianastrekking.com.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Gold's Gym, and today I want to go over some exercises that you can easily apply into your current exercise program. Now I have here with me Vince, and he's going to be demoing some of those exercises. Now the first one today is going to be a one-arm dumbbell row. Before I have Vince here execute a few reps, what we want to remember with virtually any exercise is your setup. If you start in a bad position, it's not going to look good, and it's certainly not going to feel good. So a common mistake with here is obviously a rounded upper back, and as you can see, he's not very rigid or stable. So what we're gonna do is correct that just a little bit. So his supporting arm and his leg that's supported on the bench as well we wanna lock that in. Open up that leg a little bit to allow for a better path on that dumbbell. With the elbows coming up way too high, you can see the shoulders riding forward, and that's not what we want. So ideally, what you wanna think about is pulling with your elbows and stopping right at the midline of your body. So in this position right here, you can feel his entire upper back along with his core.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live.
Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, the Monamigos are running away from the other teams. They're all alone at the top of the Plow Masters League.
Angwar gunning to upset the Monamigos, and they take a 4-3 lead in the third. It would have been 5-3, but Pete Sablon fires to Jack Guerrero to nail the runner at the plate. The Amigos rebound. Vinny Sablon, he starts things off with an innocent-looking single. Pete Sablon at your disposal. There's 2 on with nobody out. Manny Sablon delivers a solid rap. Senator scores, and it's a new ball game. It's a new day. Go, Bill. Fuji Suel goes down the line under the plastic mesh fence for this rib double. Jeff Cabrera, he is a dead pull hitter. 2 more runs come in, and their out was on. Or was it? Angwar bounces back. Otis, he goes shopping at the gap. Oh, my! That turns into a 2-run inside the park job. Otis, the hammer.
First in the park.
Wow.
I think we're up by 1.
Monamigos go back to work. Peter, the rip past Rock. Alvin scoots home like a chipmunk. Manny goes deep, so does Taylor Watanabe. He robs Manny of the dinger before dropping the ball, but it's an outa, as they say in Palau. Back to Angwar. Junior Rangul, one of the all-time great basketball shooters here. Well, this isn't basketball. That's a double play, son. Well, that slows down but does not stop Angwar. John goes mining, not for phosphate, but for Jimmy Jack, and he gets it. Oh, yeah, by the way, these are not minors. They're masters. Peter, he's dominating this league in the power categories. There's another blast. Monamigos take this one 13-9.
We're not playing Where's Waldo. We're playing Where's Cyrock. An NMI Micro Games medalist continues his journey on the Pacific Crest Trail in California now.
a small world. Jim Cyrock meets Rick Towton on the trail. Rick was born on Saipans. He's the son of Ana Agulto. After a 10-mile hike, Cyrock's made it to the 52-mile marker. Let's see that area.
Oh my, look at this. This is just gorgeous with the valley down below. Mountains here. One behind me. All the way up. Back around. I gotta be careful here, a lot of rocks. Let's see if I can get down here to the edge.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Go-karts, off-roading, and the driving range now open at Marianas Trekking. Go-kart track will be open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays with 50% off when you book online at marianastrekking.com, hours 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Use the promo code HAFA50 to get your discount. Off-roading is open too by reservation. Come on a 90-minute trail ride that is perfect for families. Book online at marianastrekking.com. Golfers, come practice on the driving range. You can even pay online and we will have the balls waiting for you. Come see us weekends at Marianas Trekking, 323-8735. One of the best things you can do during the pandemic is to get yourself healthy and strong. Gold's Gym is a great place for a tune-up. Wide open workout spaces with dedicated cardio, free weights and machines, personal training, group exercise, and good nutrition. Short-term daytime promo on sale now, just $159 for 3 months. Call 233-4000.
Summer here yet, 90 degrees. The low was 78. The humidity, 48% at noon. That's very low for us here on Saipan. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, isolated showers, east winds 10 to 15. High 90, low 79. High surf advisory in effect due to that typhoon out there. Sea 7 to 9 feet. Sunrise 5:58, low tide at 10:21, followed by a high tide at 2:46. Sunset 6:32. We've had 2 green flashes this week already. That's your news, sports, and weather. Thank you for watching. We'll see you back here Friday night.